Construction materials certification and acceptance is a requirement for project finalization and payment on all West Virginia construction projects. All materials used in West Virginia construction projects must be certified. Depending on the material, the method of certification may vary. Let's look at the material certification process and how it relates to the finalization of a project. The main topics of discussion will be resources available, the documentation required, and the different methods of material acceptance. The basic resources used by an inspector on a West Virginia Division of Highways construction project include the standard specifications of roads and bridges, the most current supplemental specifications, the construction manual, standard details, the project plans, the project proposal which includes any special provisions, and also materials procedures or MPs. These resources are available electronically on the West Virginia Division of Highways website or will be provided directly to the project staff when needed. It is important to perform all procedures associated with materials sampling, testing, reporting, and inspection appropriately in order to maintain a reliable quality assurance system. This is accomplished by following all division-approved materials procedures or MPs. Approved materials procedures can be found on the West Virginia Division of Highways website. Materials procedures are procedures that are created and approved by the Materials Control Soils and Testing Division, or MCS&T for short. Materials procedures are guidelines for sampling, testing, reporting, and inspecting materials. They are developed and approved by the MCS&T and organized by number. You can reference MPs and other materials documents and procedures on the West Virginia Division of Highways website. MPs are numbered from 100 to 700 levels and coordinate with the items found in the West Virginia Standard Specifications for roads and bridges. Materials acceptance resources that ensure quality assurance are available and should be referenced on each project. These include the Evidence of Inspection document and the Detailed Sampling Checklist report. The Evidence of Inspection is a summary of approved acceptance methods of project materials. It includes the item number, who it will be tested by, the sample type, material code, material test required, and acceptance method. Depending on the material, the method of certification may vary, so this document details these requirements. The Evidence of Inspection spreadsheet is available on the West Virginia Division of Highways website. To make it easier to find information, you can edit the spreadsheet to show only the items on the project if desired. The Detailed Sampling Checklist is the primary report generated for the certification of materials. This report lists all the materials requiring certification on the project by line item. The Detailed Sampling Checklist shows the type of tests required for acceptance and the frequency of the sampling and testing required and performed. Here is an example of a detailed sampling checklist. Each item number includes the following information: materials code, test method, method of acceptance, and the contract plan and placed quantities. Discrepancies indicate there is missing information and the item has not been certified. District check findings are regular reviews performed by the final section of the project records after each estimate. Any discrepancies found should be corrected by project personnel immediately. There are many types of materials acceptance methods: visual acceptance, direct testing, approved source, direct coverage, master sample, and by special testing or ST1. Visual acceptance is the in-person verification by the inspector that the work was completed by the contractor. A direct test is the acceptance of a material based on a test that is performed on the material. For example, the slump and air content tests are examples of direct tests performed on concrete. The division utilizes a list of approved sources for acceptance of material and sources that are suitable for acceptance at a reduced testing frequency. The products on the list have been pre-certified and found to be acceptable for use on West Virginia projects. Their acceptance has been established through manufacturer's data or West Virginia Division of Highways testing data. Documentation that accompanies approved source materials delivered to the project should have the approved source lab number included. The approved source list can be found on the West Virginia Division of Highways website. Project personnel will generate approved source samples in Site Manager for approval by the Materials Division. Direct coverage inspection and acceptance is provided directly by the MCS&T Division or their designee prior to shipment. The Materials Division will generate direct coverage samples in Site Manager. Master coverage is provided directly by the MCS&T Division or their designee. Master coverage is similar to direct coverage. For materials requiring this form of acceptance, a lot of material is approved by the designee of the Director of the MCS&T Division. The project supervisor should request the portion of material used on the project from that lot. DMIR stands for District Materials Inspection Report, and an ST1 is for special testing. ST1 forms and DMIRs are methods of acceptance used for materials without another method of approval. ST1 forms are used normally when it is prior to the placement of the material. DMIRs are used for acceptance after placement and are usually only used in extenuating circumstances. Certifying and accepting construction materials in West Virginia is a vital piece of the project finalization process. It is important for everyone to know what their responsibilities are in this process. Resources and training are available to ensure everyone understands the documentation needed for acceptance. Above all, please be accountable to the requirements and work together to finalize a successful project.